And hello everybody and welcome back to Arcangelus Gaming. Arcangelus here, bringing you a bit more Space Engineers and Never Surrender. Oh guys, thank you for your patience. Thank you for everything you have been doing. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your comments. You guys have been wonderful. You know, and it's been helping me to help you guys. I've been improving the base today whilst I've been enjoying my Sunday and everything that goes with it, enjoying my faith, things like that. And, you know, guys, if you're new to the channel, remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, tap that notification bell, and leave us that nice comment below. Guys, I've been doing so much to work with you guys. I can't remember who said it, but somebody said about adding lights. So I've added some lights of all sorts of types, colours. So basically out here on the warehouse, we got some like rotating lights, sort of like warning beacons. Finally, just to sort of lead us to our docking port is in green. We got the wind turbines with the red, you know, like a radio tower here in the UK. We've got a spotlight that follows me around relentlessly. In here we've got some white ones. I've had to add some batteries into our into our survival room just to be able to power everything. Oh, hello. We've got a wolf at the door. To be honest with you, that was more of an experiment of who will go first. Because I was curious. Would he go first? Or would I? And now that wolf's there, we can't actually place our block. Okay, let's see if we can actually get rid of that using the Alt 10. Let's see, we want entity list. Nah. Now it's not going to show us any of that. Yeah, looks like we're just going to have to wait for that wolf to disappear so that we can place our block back there. You had to drop down there, didn't you? Anyways, sorry, I'm excited about this. I've added some lights onto our assemblers. Speed modules. I've managed to get all of these boosters, these yield modules, sorry, all of them complete. God, it took a while getting that gold out, but there we go. I've also rebuilt some of our flyer. As you see, we now got double stacked solar panels for that added extra little bit of recharge on the fly. I've moved our small atmospheric engines, you know, at the back, sort of like a bar across. You know, we can add more if we want to. I've added some more batteries to help keep us afloat a little longer. I've added some more storage, you know, just to sort of try and help us get through everything a little faster. I put the gyroscopes inside. You can see I've got some more the small atmospherics on the front. We've now got two large atmospherics for our port and starboard thruster sets, so we're all good there. And as you probably have told earlier, nice stairwell just to be able to get on top of the atmospheric flyer to be able to get in and out of the cargo pod. Cockpit even. Yeah, we'll go with the cockpit. Actually, if you imagine it, I'm sort of imagining it opens up, you know, the top panel stays put and it opens up forward, and then you sort of clamber in, sit down, and it sort of like folds up and closes. Sort of like reminds me of a toy that I used to have. Was it Zoids? I think it was, or yeah, I think it was Zoids. Had one of the Zoids had a cockpit, sorry, that opened that way. So yeah. So we've got quite a nice colourful Oh yeah, and on the solar panel array, you see it flickering like every 5 seconds. There you go. Nice. So I've been working on getting to the silver. So if we just hop in here. Oh, and as you can see inside of the Locust now, I've rearranged our toolbar at the bottom of the screen here. So I've sort of combined all of the larger batteries, the smaller batteries as well. Well, if I had more than one, it would be combined. So we've got, it's sort of simplified, to the point where we know where everything is now. It's a little easier to sort of manage everything. So basically, yeah, if I just power everything up, undock, away we go. We head across to the silver mine. If you see somewhere across here, there's Wolf Knight 2. Like I said to you guys before, it's my other moniker. Basically, that one that's we're heading to now. Let's try and slow down in time. Oh, I think I have overshot. Oh, maybe I haven't. Oh, no, I haven't. I've actually slowed down in time for this. So there we go. Right beneath us is our hole towards our silver. Ironically enough, the silver this time, on this particular one, is deeper than gold. Oops. Alright, what am I caught on? Alright, so it's the tail. I'm not far enough forward. There we go. So there we go, that's better. Let's get our level sorted out properly. Down there to the silver. Now I go into cockpit view for this, because what I then do is I keep the ears open and my eyes open on the artificial horizon. There we go, about 40 metres to the silver now. So slowly but surely climb our way out. Because that is mightily close. That light there is the in front of us, that big white light, that's the Ore Hound. You can sort of see our base in the distance there, with all our nice illuminated lights. You can see the red of the wind turbine tower. I'm not going to do more than about 20 meters per second. Because I don't want to collide with anything, especially when I can't see anything in the dark. Probably could do with adding a few more spotlights here and there to keep track of like small grid and large grid moving vehicles. Oh, am I going to stop in time? I don't think I'm going to stop in time. Oh, I think I've just clipped. Yeah, I just clipped the tarmac there. I mean, technically, it's actually steel plate. You know, it's a light armored block, but for the sake of argument, it looks like concrete. So therefore, we're going to call it concrete. I mean, what's that saying? If you call a thing by any other name, it's still that thing, or something like that. Whoops! Ah, I've done it again, haven't I? There we go. Get the order right, and everything will be okay. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. There we go. So yeah, that'll churn away everything. Unfortunately, there is still that small gap. I mean, I could probably rearrange it so I can just walk across, but it's just a slight hop. But yeah, that's now giving me a lot more materials, going into our storage area. So if we go in here and we go, here we go, cargo. As you see, got a lot more in there. I've made up some bits and pieces to stay in our components. Probably getting a lot more gravel now than we really need, but you know, we can always fill up 2 cargo containers and then just leave it like that. We've got so much iron, I don't know what we're going to do with half of it, but I'd rather have a lot than none. Got a little bit of gold, a little bit of magnesium. Believe it or not, I got out a wolf. Told you, these wolves are cybernetic. You know, so yeah, we go. It sounds like they're shutting down a little after a little. If we now go back to the locust, there we go. That little bit of inventory, that's probably what I'm carrying. So, and then off we go. Nice, simple. Nice, simple project. I am thinking the Sunday coming that I'm going to start on doing another project in what do we call it? The hold on, let me find this hole first. There we go. Right, going to start another project in like creative mode. I saw something that somebody had done, and I want to see if I can make my own and basically just have like a complete small grid mobile base that you know, with like a drilling arm and all this sort of thing. I was thinking, you know, it's a nightmare to do in like a survival mode, so it'd be nice to do something like that in creative and see where we go from there, you know. So it looks like we're doing about 2.5 meters at a time. So we're at 37.5. before I started going up. So that's 4, 8, 12, 15 more trips to be able to get to some silver, just so I can create a medical room at very least. I mean, after all, we do need silver for some other components. Without getting back to base and looking them up, I can't really tell you what they are off the top of my head because I have a terrible memory. Easier to show you than tell you. Looks like there's a storm on the horizon. I think that's something that we need to do then. Whoops. No, I don't want to go downward. No, the other way. Seems like I've got to go forward a little with this design, just to be able to rotate, or to call it, to sort out the roll. There we go. Turn everything back off, let it grab a bit of charge while we wait for everything to process. Yeah, it's been a great day. A lot of good stuff going on. The service for church today was absolutely amazing. Managed to get the house cleaned up and in sort of record time. Cooked some meals with my beloved wife. Oh man, I love Sundays. Great day. Especially when I get to spend some of it with my family. I was just thankful that things are working out. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys this entire build, what's been going on. The rain from heaven. As you see, everything seems to be working out so far. Oh, look at that. We now got everything out of the hold. Oh, maybe not everything. What we still got in the hold? Hide empty. How come we still got ore in there? You showed that ore's all gone. It lied! It lied! Yeah. Also managed to find something really quite amusing on the internet. Can't remember the guy's name, but he did this thing where it was like, what do you get if you cross? Oops, forgot I had everything on. What do you get if you cross Lord of the Rings with free weightlifting? What do you get if you cross Harry Potter with free weightlifting? Things like that. It's really, really well done. quite comical too as well. So instead of Harry Potter, it's Harry Spotter. Instead of Voldemort, you got Swoldemort. I mean, the guy who's done it has got a real good sense of humour, as well as keeping it tasteful. The one I thought was amusing was the fact that, like, rather than the Philosopher's Stone, it's the Forbidden Weight. Alright. There we go. We're in, we're going down. So if you remember rightly, we got to 27.5 meters. What did I just collide on? Was it 37.5 meters? That's 37.5 meters, not 27.5 meters. Wow, that was close. There we go, 35 now. I thought I clonked something. Looks like we're okay. Looks like the locust is intact. Oops, a little too far. But it does look a lot better now we got this far. I mean, yeah, if you guys look back through the videos, you'll see just how far we've come. You know, this base, when it started, it looked silly, it looked pathetic, but now we've got quite a lot going on, and we've got loads to keep us occupied. So we've got our refinery sorted out, we've got our assembler over there. I mean, what I could do actually is, I think part of the problem is this feed up here. Yeah, I need to move this over here. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take off the locust, drop her to the deck, grind all this down, turn this corner into a T-piece, excuse me, have another straight coming off of it, and then have that connector there, and then take out these two pieces at least and turn that into a straight. That should stop our jumping parts, he says, hopefully, from happening, because my understanding is part of that problem is simply this is the wrong way round for components. So I think what we're going to have to do is maybe move the assembler across, probably have it cross two, so the entrance to it will be here, and then have have it that it comes out to, and have a cargo container around about here for the components. So what we can do, in theory, is then have this iron connected to this one, so we don't have to worry about iron. Sorry, iron storage. Excuse me. Sorry, let me just grab a swig of drink because I have no idea why I've suddenly got a tickle in my throat. That's better. Right. Okay, so that's now done. So let's get this started then. Right. I love that wind down. It really is cool. It's something that I've learned to appreciate these days, you know, because you know you get a lot of games now where it's like you turn it off, it's like suddenly off. There's none of that wind down. Alright, well, let's put this stuff away. Alright. Probably not the best way of doing it, but it works. I wonder if I do this. Nope. And then, oh, let's get the colorations right. Although that does remind me, we still have to see when that wolf disappears. Alright, so that's that bit done. For now, that can stay there, where it is. That, like that, like that. Oh, steel plate, of course. So let's. Right, so while we're here, I'm going to grab the connector, drop that in there. So grab everything that we need. So if we then put the connector on there. Right, so that bit's now functioning as it ought to. Now, I'm going to go with an additional conveyor tube there, as well as a another connector on the end. So, oh, it's not going to allow me to grab it through there. There we go. Okay, so I can go in there. Grab a connector in there. I mean, technically speaking, I could probably have got away with it, but I just want to be safe rather than sorry. That's why I added in that additional connector. So now, if we bring the dragonfly around. Oh yeah, I still haven't added that camera on the back. The one that I destroyed the other day. Well, more like the other week now. There we go. Alright, so that's now connected up nicely onto that. Right, there we go. Right, so that's now connected onto there. Right, now before we get too carried away, inventory, there we go. We want to have a look at the components. And nothing is bouncing around. So, let's try something. Oh yeah. Let's see, what else needs silver? Because I was saying about that on the trip home. Explosives need magnesium. No. It's cobalt, that's medical components are silver. Alright, there we go. Reactor components need silver. Those don't, that's gold. And that is gold and platinum. So yeah, best of the basic components. Then if you go into something like tools, to be able to get like our proficient drill, we need the silver again. And the same with like the other two tools. Yeah, and then some of the weapons we also need silver as well. So there is a good reason for doing all this sort of stuff. Alright, so for now, let's try doing a production run. Let's say, actually, let's have a look what we've got in components. Say 100 interior plate. Does that stay in here, or does that get bounced into our supply? Nope, it's staying firmly put in our assembler. So we go here, we're going to have to take that out. Why is that doing that? Because I've got 10 of that in there. Okay. Alright, let's go and put this stuff away. Right, iron goes in there. For now, put the components in there. And nickel goes in there. Oh, there. Okay. So, sadly, yeah, we're going to have to grind this down. Takes a while. We'll get there. Maybe. Soon. There we go. And these stay upright. Awesome! Was honestly not 100% sure whether they would stay upright or fall over. I mean, honestly, part of me was actually hoping that they would fall over. Don't ask me why. I just, you know, maybe I'm a little bit of a, I don't know, something, you know. Double click, hands now away from the mouse, and it's welding it up on its own. Click again, turns it off.
Inventory full.
Alright, okay. No worries. We'll have that one like that. That one like that. There we go. Right. Not really that bothered about the lights. So... actually, how far back do I need to take this? Okay, let's put some of this in here for now. Just so we've got somewhere to sort of store some of the bits. Now... that one there. Alright, so we'll drop down for the moment. And... is that right? Is that in line? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's got that light out. So we're good so far. So if we're going to have it that components are going to go into a cargo pod on the other side of our assembler, excuse me, other side of our assembler even, I think... and we're going to use the current cargo container. And I think we should take this off here. Okay. So let's start with the sorter. Make sure we get that the right way round. And then what I'm going to put in the correct teeth first. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve out a 3x3 section. I'm going to put the cargo container, the large cargo container for the components, in here. And hope to God I've got enough storage to begin with.
Inventory full.
Ah, bother. Had to spoil my fun. Alright. Now what I'm going to do with this one, rather than using our standard cargo container. I'm going to use the one from the Heavy Industry DLC. Mainly because I think it looks cool. We'll put that in there. So we basically will have access to it relatively easily. And then what we'll do in here, before we go and grab all the components we need for it, we will go whitelist, and we will go ammo, components, and hand tools only. And we will drain all. We can always turn off the drain all if we need to put them back into the assembler to then take them apart. Give it a name as well. There we go. Now, did I add that? Yes, I did. Might take a few visits. Also, it would help if I actually remember to drop off some of our existing components that we don't need at the moment. And as you probably saw, we got underneath that pipe with ease. That's a wolf. Told you. Oh, multiple wolves. Oh.
Your health is low.
Oh, got one they haven't finished with. Right, now that they've... Haha. You'll think twice before messing with me. Ugh, injury. Not sure where the other one ran off to. Right, so we're missing 8 computers, 60 interior plus, what's that, 107? Blimey, so we're missing a lot. So let's have a look around in here. See if there's anything we've actually missed. Right, here we go. Right, comps, none. Right, okay. Shame we can't do anything about these corpses. Right, production. So what should we do? We need... Oh god, I've forgotten what we need now. Oh yeah, of course. I'm being a numpty. But the only problem I can now foresee is how we're going to get the parts.
Energy low.
I have an idea. Whether it will work or not is another matter. Oh, because we still got the feedback loop. Right. Heal ourselves up quickly. We can also check in that hole behind us. Right, wolf has gone, so at some point we can grab some steel plate and fill that in. Alright, why can't I withdraw the 40 component? There we go. Because that's no longer being used as... was originally advertised on the tin. So... okay. Separate from that from that. 7. 7, thank you. And then we'll repurpose. What? Missing 12 interior. Okay. And as you see, the reason why I dropped that cargo container by 1 tile was simply ease of access. So now we've got dual iron, so we can, if we go into control panel now, so where that was called iron ingots 2, so iron ingots 1, we'll call this iron ingots 2. We'll also use the same spelling. And this large industrial cargo container, we will put components on the end of that one. So at least we know what we're looking for now. And then while we're at it, 25 steel plate. Get the same patterning. There we go. And that's that. Yeah, look at that. We got a much easier way of doing things. If I go in here, nothing is bouncing around, and that's the way you do it. You do not have the feedback loop. You just have to have another way to get access to the components. It's a bit of a grind, but it's the only way I can think of doing it that seems to work. So it's sort of an inline concept. So you've got all the materials coming in here and then going in there. So the only thing though, well, there are only 2 things I can think of actually I still need to do. Grab that. Alright, made that 3. We've got to fill in this gap here so iron can get so iron can get to our iron containers. We also need a way now of creating a material feedback loop. So there we go. Oh, 6 interior plate. So what we'll do is go into components. We'll have 100 of those made up, so at least we've got some spare. Also, what we'll do here, actually thinking about it, is we will not allow ammo, components, or hand tools to also come this way. Scrap metal, stone, and ice, we want to go into our refineries, not into cargo storage. Alright, so all that is left to do is just grab 25 sheet to fill in the gap in our warehouse roof. And there you have it. That should now be a fully working system. And frankly, I think I actually prefer it. Actually looks right. So yeah, I think that's the only way you're going to get around a feedback loop, is by having an end at the cargo containers. Otherwise it will cycle around over and over again, which I'm sure we're going to get over in one of the cargo pods. So if I go looking in here and go cargo, yeah, there you go. Look, basic materials bouncing around like a good one, because I'm bringing it back from the assembler, forcing it back into the cargo containers, and then it's then trying to take from the cargo container back round the loop and then back into the same cargo container. That's where the problem herein lies. So short of using something like Izzy's to stop it from bouncing around like a good one, there is no foolproof system. But at least for components, we're good. We're not going to have that bouncing around anymore. We're not going to have difficulties putting stuff into our inventory or into another container and all that anymore, because the system ends at that container. Ingots, yeah, we're not really that worried about. I mean, how often are we going to check our ingots? We're not really, are we? If we can't produce something in the assembler, well, we know what it is, and we'll go off and mine it. Simple as. So I think that's good enough, vanilla wise. So yeah, from now on, for me, it's just a case of keep on grinding the towards the silver as the sun rises on the Earth-like planet. I will say to you guys, be happy, be nice to each other, and I'll see you next time on Arcangelus Gaming. Bye for now.